Hey guys, welcome to another edition of BB News, and it's farewell to Cesar Azpilicueta, affectionately known as Dave. So, end of an era, and this is to a true Chelsea legend. The word legend is used quite loosely these days, but this guy, you can put him in Chelsea legendary status. What a player, what a man, humble to the end. And today, he gave a heartfelt farewell message to the Chelsea fans. And that's how you give a farewell message. You can see that how much it meant to him to play for this illustrious club. And he had a tear in his eye. He choked up a few times. And for me, this was more genuine and heartfelt than the message by a certain player a day earlier who did it. It was quite ingenuous to me. It was very smirky and very PR-ish to me. It didn't have the same feel as the message that was portrayed today by Azpilicueta. So, this guy, he came in to the club from Marseille, and it was a case of who not a lot of us had heard about Azpilicueta, apart from those geniuses who seem to know about every player that we're linked with. We weren't actually linked with him. This signing was sort of out of the blue. All of a sudden, pang. There's no sort of media speculation. That's back then. It was when Twitter wasn't really a thing, and so we didn't have like daily updates about how close the deal was or whatever. It just hit one day, and the next day he was signed. And such was his name, Azpilicueta. I don't know. Do people still know how to spell it? I think I do. Azilpeup. I could spell it on paper, but obviously, yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful. Cueta. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of it. So people said, let's just call him Dave. It's a lot easier. So he was affectionately known to the Chelsea fans as Dave, Azpif to Sam as well. And when he joined us under Jose Mourinho, he's played, although he was a right back, he played primarily as a left back for the first couple of seasons at Chelsea. And such was his versatility. He did a very good job as a left back. Known as Mr. Consistent, because he never missed a game. He was always in the side, whether it be left back or right back. Then eventually he moved to his preferred position as a right back. And you always got consistent performances. He was a 7 out of 10 on regular 7 out of 10. Very good one-on-one defender, very tenacious. In his peak, you hardly ever beat this guy one-on-one. Offensively, wasn't the best for with assists and everything else. He wasn't one of these modern day marauding full-backs, but he could get up and down the pitch, and his final ball left a bit to be desired at times, but his assists wasn't bad. And his best assist season, I think, was actually when we had Morata there, because rather than getting to he's not one of these fullbacks who will get to the byline and whip the ball in. He's somebody who'd like to cross the ball from a deeper position, and those balls, those sort of angle balls into Morata brought a lot of joy. And I think that season he probably got about 5 assists for Morata headers. And he used to come in with the old good goal and some vital goals as well. I remember one in the League Cup, I believe, which was a long-range belter, if I'm not mistaken. And great moments from Azpilicueta. As I said, the ultimate professional to me. And he's won it all. He's another one of the Chelsea who goes into the Hall of Fame for Chelsea players. He's won it all. He left the club having won 2 Premier Leagues. He won 2 Europa Leagues. He won 1 FA Cup, 1 League Cup, and he won the one with the big ears, and he captained us to the one with the big ears, the Champions League. And that was his greatest moment. He said it in his interview, lifting that Champions League. Not a lot of players do that in his career, but he's lucky enough to have done that. And he also won the Super Cup and the Club World Cup. So all domestic and European trophies at club level, he's won the lot. So he can go away saying he's done it all, and he's done it all and achieved it all at Chelsea Football Club. For me, there's one negative from his old career, and it's a small one. And that for me was when in the League Cup final against Manchester City, when it came to penalties and Sarri wanted to take off Kepa to replace him with Caballero, who was a penalty expert, and Kepa refused to come off. For me, I wanted, as the captain of the team, he needed to do more in getting him off. He didn't go up to him, tell him to get off, and it was David Luiz, I think, was the one who tried to get him off. Had it been like a John Terry or someone like that, this guy would have been dragged off. That's the only criticism I had. As a captain, I think he should have been more assertive in situations like that. But he did prove his captaincy. That had me questioning his captaincy for a little bit until I saw an interview, I think it was with him and, was it Eden Hazard or someone? I can't remember who it was, what the player was, maybe Eden. But the way that he spoke to the player and during the interview and saying that he did well, but he expects more from him. And I thought, okay, there's the leader I was waiting for. That's why he's the captain of the club. So, it wasn't one of these very vocal captains, but he led a lot by example, and he did show a bit of passion as well at times. So, he played 349 games for Chelsea, and he'll be well missed. And I'm glad he's bowing out at this point of his career, because what we have seen in the last couple of seasons, mainly last season in particular, was his legs were going a little bit in the Premier League, and that's probably because he played a lot of games. And I didn't want him to go the same way as the guy Ivanovic, when he just had that terrible season. So he was kind of going down that path where he didn't have the legs, didn't have the pace anymore, and the game was kind of passing him by. So I'm glad that he's chose this point to leave. And the thing is, he goes with the blessing of all the Chelsea supporters, and because such was his conduct on and off the pitch. So, Azpilicueta, all the best at Atletico Madrid. You'll be well missed, and thanks for all those wonderful memories. So, guys, what's your favourite Azpilicueta moment? Stick it in the comment section below. And as always, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications so you'll be notified every time I make a new video. So take care for now. Have a good evening. Goodbye.